Welcome to our podcast today. We are on the episode of the voice of God, the language of God. So this is important because if you're going to be successful as a believer, you must learn how to understand the language of God. You see, this is not just about if God speaks to you or not. The thing is, God speaks to you. It's not you're feeling as though God hasn't spoken to you. It is because you don't understand His language. God speaks to every one of us. God speaks to His children. Who will be a father who will not like to talk to His children? So God speaks to you. God speaks to us. The complexities there is many of us are unable to hear the voice of God. You know why? Because we have not understood His language. We are waiting for Him to speak to us in our own language. That is where the complication is. We're waiting for God to adapt our communicative system, which is inferior, to His communicative system, which is superior. And you say, God is not going to do that. Yes, the way God structured His creation. He structured His creation in such a way that every realm of life has its own communicative system. The animal realm, for instance, has a communicative system. They have a way of expressing themselves. Goat knows how to communicate to another goat. Dog knows how to communicate to another dog. Now, if we try to listen to these communications, we are not going to decipher or be able to deduce anything from that communication. Why? Because we are not of that realm of life. Or we are superior. We are not of that realm of life. We are superior. You need to understand, when you are trying to communicate to a dog, for instance, you are not going to adapt its own communication system. You are going to train that dog in such a way that that dog will adapt to your own communication system. There are those who have dogs, they will speak to their dog in English or in their dialect, in the language. They will not bark. You don't have to communicate to that dog. The dog will need to learn a superior language of their owner, alright, for them to be able to relate with their owner. So the owner say, Piggy come, whatever they call it, Jasper come, and all the rest. The owner will train the dog himself to understand his language. So also, you see, God can only train us to understand His language. God is not going to come down to our own system of communication. Just that we will not do to dogs because we are of a superior range of communication. Our communication system is more perfect than the dogs. And so God also has a more powerful and perfect communication system. So we must allow Him to train us on how we can switch to His range of communication. The language of God is light. It's light. God is made up of light. The Bible says He dwells in the light of non-approachable. If you should have an encounter of meeting with God now, what you're going to encounter is going to be light. And when you get to His realm, you're not going to be hearing English. He doesn't speak English. You're not going to be hearing Arabic. He doesn't speak those languages. What He will speak to you will be like. He may not even have to open His mouth, but you will get to know everything He's trying to say to you. There is a superior communication system where God does not have to try to say things, explain things. He just infuse things to you, impact His will, impact His desires, impact His expectations, impart anything He wants to communicate to you, and you just know. Now, this is it. God speaking in Numbers chapter 12, 1 to 3. I think that's 3. The Bible says, if there's a prophet among you, God was speaking, I, the Lord, will make myself known to him in visions, and I will speak to him in a dream of the night. So you see that God said He's going to be communicating in a different method to His prophet. Those who are able to hear Him. His prophet, then we are those who are able to hear Him. So we are prophetic in our generation now. In this dispensation, everyone is prophetic. We are His children. He has given us His spirit, so we have the provision of hearing Him. He says, I'm going to speak to him in dreams. And then Job says, Job chapter 33, 18, 14 says, He says, God speak to man again and again, yet man do not perceive it. He says, in their dreams and in the visions of the night, He seals their instructions. In other words, in the visions of the night, He speaks to them. He tells them what they should do. Now, if you don't understand that this is the language of God, this is the language of God, you will not pick it because it didn't sound English to you. It didn't sound your dialect. Alright, so how does God speak? God speaks through light. When God is trying to communicate to you, He releases light into your spirit. And when the light comes into your spirit, your soul picks it up. And your mind relays it to you through different channels. One of the channels is the sight channels, which are the visions channels. There are 3 kinds of visions. There are open vision. There's a vision that you have with your consciousness intact. You are aware of your physical environment, and yet you are having a spiritual encounter, a spiritual sight. You are seeing the spirit. That's what the realm of the spirit merges with the physical. You could just see an angel stand by you. You could just see something happening spiritually that's imposed upon the physical realm. That is called an open vision. That was what happened to Peter when the angel entered in Acts chapter 12, took him out of the prison and was walking with him through the gate, even to the gate of the city. Peter didn't know. Peter thought he was having a vision. The vision he was talking about was closed vision. We didn't know he was actually having an open vision. The second one is the closed vision. The closed vision is the kind of vision that happens. It's an encounter, an experience where you are having a spiritual sight, yet you are not conscious of your physical environment. Your physical environment is temporarily close to you while you are having a spiritual encounter. This happens sometimes when you are praying and you are being caught up, just like in the trance. You are caught up. You didn't know what was happening in your environment as at the time you are having this encounter, until when you fully regain consciousness. So I was seeing something. I was thinking somewhere. Maybe you are praying and suddenly you just been caught up. You are just caught up. You find yourself somewhere, and or you just have a short nap, a short dream. It's called a closed vision. That was what Peter experienced in Acts chapter 10. When they were preparing for him to eat, they were preparing food for him to eat. He went up to pray. When he was in that prayer, he dozed off. When he dozed off, he had this vision called the closed vision. God showed him how that the message of salvation would be extended to the Gentiles. Even on such major transition, God still had to speak with things that we can, through things we can usually ignore. He spoke through it, a closed vision. And then there is the inner vision. There is a vision that when the light comes to your spirit, your soul releases to your mind, and it's painted as pictures on your mind or on the screen of your spirit, which is your imagination. You are standing before someone and you are just having, maybe you're just praying, and suddenly the Spirit of God, and suddenly a picture is imprinted upon the canvas of your mind. It could be something like a call. This was the kind of vision that Jeremiah had. When the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah and said, Jeremiah, what thou seest? What seest thou? He said, I saw an almond tree. And the Lord began to speak to him from that. The Lord said, so shall I esteem my word. The word of the Lord came to me again, Jeremiah, what seest thou? He said, I see a boiling pot faced to the north, facing the north. And the Lord said, calamities shall break from the north. So it was just a picture and interpretation for us. So inner vision always comes with interpretations, alright? So it could just be a picture, it could be many things, but it's just been imprinted on your mind. This is the major ones that prophet uses to prophesy, because this can be, you can position to get this all the time, alright? You can position to get this all the time. So the another realm of vision is actually the dreams. The dream vision. The dream vision. The dream vision is when you begin to see pictures in your dreams. But not all of that is from God, but you can decipher, you can filter and know that which is of God. You can watch my video on how to interpret a dream and you get it. So the second level which the light comes to us is through sound. Alright. Now sound comes to us as hearing. So when this light comes, it breaks into sight, the channel of sight, it breaks into the channel of sound. And the channel of sound comes to us as hearing, and hearing here finds expression through thoughts. This is what the prophet that hears uses. So when you're praying and suddenly you hear it, you have a thought that's very spontaneous, that you have never self-generated, and it was not something you were thinking before that time. It was just as you're praying, you are inspired thoughts just came to you. Alright, this is the language of God. Alright, so you just learn how to position yourself. If you learn how to position yourself, you will see that you will hear God often. When you position yourself, you've immigrated to the realm of the Spirit, and these are the communications of the Spirit. God bless you. If this bless you, want you to like, share, and subscribe.